It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Boston Celtics. The Knicks able to win the opening tip, and we're underway here at Madison Square Garden. Hayden. Jay, last few drafts, the Knicks have gone younger. What do you like about Kevin Knox and his raw potential?
His upside. He just turned 19 on August 11th of this past summer, and what he did in Summer League blew my mind. Was first team All-NBA Summer League, averaged 24 points, shooting 47% from the field. This kid has every chance to be a star.
To Kemba Walker. Offensive and a putback slam.
Ooh, establishing the glass early, but the defense has to be better at boxing out.
Knicks with the basketball. Hayden. Sizing up the defense. Hayden to Julius Randle. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Cantor. Had a chance, but it's no good. Hayden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Julius Randle. Kevin Knox. Nice pass to get things going.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Walker into the front court. Down 2. Nothing going here on that drive. With the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Possession lies with New York. Hayden. Knicks with 4 to shoot to Kevin Knox. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Kevin Knox to Julius Randle. And he scores. Yeah, he took a big step, but they'll count the bucket.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell him with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. And it's Cantor. 2-of-4 now.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Hayden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Big finish at the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. To Marcus Smart. Trying to cash in. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
That's what happens when you don't force shots. They were patient. They used almost the entire shot clock. And at the end, they got a wide open look.
Hayden. To Julius Randle. Shot from the lane won't go. To Marcus Smart. Can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a two-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
Walker to Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Shot by Brown off the mark. And his Cantor. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Hayden. Another follow. No good. Walker with the basketball. The score 10-8. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Payton. Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
You see, Ed, that's the problem. When you have guys on the perimeter that can shoot the basketball defensively, you're taught to hedge at the driver and then stay home, which leaves the lane wide open for great jams like that.
To Walker. For 3. His first effort off the mark. Hayden with the basketball. 10-all is our score. Won't go. Oh, and a putback.
Now, while everybody was staring at the flight of the ball on the defensive end, he was busy carving out space, being active, getting that offensive rebound. That's his second offensive rebound in the first quarter.
To Cantor. And his Cantor. He's now 4 for 6.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Smith to Marcus Morris. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker. Has a chance. Morris's shot won't go down. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Smith. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Missed a wide open look.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Kemba Walker. Lets it fly from long range. Look out, Kemba hitting the tough shots here.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Into the front court comes Smith. Down just a couple. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. To Dennis Smith Jr. To Marcus Morris. Smith. It was right there. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. He was smothered and still gets it to go down. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the period. The Celtics have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Count it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Smith with the basketball. Now down 6.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dennis Smith Jr. has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Driving right to the basket. Boston secures the rebound. To Marcus Smart. Bobby Portis able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
New York in control of the basketball. And the nice finish at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Marcus Smart.
Screen coming.
And the rebound snared by Gibson. Smith now into the front court. They're down 3. Curling inside. Another chance. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
And Gibson grabs the rebound. Smith into the front court. Down a point.
Here we go.
The drive right to the basket. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Goes to the right side. To Marcus Smart. Runner's good there.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
I'm here. I got ball. Here we go. I got it.
Smith to Marcus Morris. That's no good. Oh, had him going there for a second. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Robert Williams at the line. First one goes down. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Smith. Deep two there, won't go.
Defense, let's go.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Ntilikina to Marcus Morris. Oh, nice find for the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Marcus Smart.
Screen coming up, screen coming up.
Screen coming to Marcus Smart. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Hayden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. To Marcus Smart. Fires the three. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Ntilikina into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Frank Ntilikina, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Walker into the front court. Leads just a point. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tatum knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Jason Tatum with a chance at a 4-point play for his career 82%. Count that one and a 4-point trip. Smith with it up top. Down 5. To Kevin Knox. Trying to cash in, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
To Walker. Driving right to the basket. Gets it in the right corner. To Kemba Walker. Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Smith to Ntilikina. Dennis Smith Jr. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Celtics have it. Here comes the screen. Walker throws it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Smith. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Walker with the basketball. Leads 4. To Cantor. And his Cantor above the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Kevin Knox. Screen coming. Going to launch beyond the arc. Defense taking a page from Ntilikina. Missed the 3. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Brown's free throw good. And the Celtics add one more to their lead. The possession lies with New York. Ntilikina to Payton. Probing the defense. Payton to Ntilikina. New York with 4 to shoot. Celtics able to clear the board. To Cantor. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Missed it at the line. Neely Kino with the basketball. Down 11 to Taj Gibson. Shot from the lane won't go. Walker. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Celtics way out in front.
Thanks, Ed. The Celtics have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Knicks are in need of some changes at the half. They've got to break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Boston Celtics are taking full advantage of their opportunities from beyond the arc. If they continue to shoot like this, I'm not sure anyone could catch them.
Player of the half.
Enes Kanter was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Boston with the basketball. To Cantor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a 3-point play as Boston adds to the lead. Payton with the basketball. 14-point deficit. To Kevin Knox. Shot clock winding down. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Walker. 5 on the shot clock. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Payton on the drive, but it won't go. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Payton to Kevin Knox. It's Boston with the rebound. Julius Randle with a piece. Celtics keep possession. Good look that time, but off the mark.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys holding the big lead. Screen coming. Tatum creates the space to bury the 3 on the step back.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Payton into the front court. His guys down big to Kevin Knox. To Julius Randle. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Not that time. From the outside, no good.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Tough make through traffic.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Walker to Cantor. Tatum had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Cantor to Walker. Nice pass to set things up.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Timeout here for the Knicks as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Payton. He connects. Not the guy you think is going to beat you.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it. It's a three.
What a smart play. And Ed, with barely no traditional low post players left in the game, you have 10 players on the perimeter. When you have a guy who's able to utilize his step back, that helps get shots over people with length.
This day and age, very rarely is there a bad shot from the perimeter. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Another chance. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Brown shot off iron. No good. Payton with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Kevin Knox. To Payton. Here comes the screen. Payton. From long range. Can't connect. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. To Marcus Smart. Bobby Portis with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Neely Kina to Marcus Morris.
Down. Ice.
Big pick right there.
Neely Kina to Marcus Morris. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Count the basket at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Ntilikina into the front court. The deficit is 6. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side, on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Payton to Ntilikina. For 3, it's no good. Shot's not going down. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up with the Celtics in front. The Knicks to inbound here to start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
To Kemba Walker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Ntilikina with the basketball. Margins 8. He gets it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Celtics have it. Surveys the floor. Walker. No good. That's great defense. Ntilikina into the front court. Now down 6. Taj Gibson. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Walker. Shot from in close, no good. Ntilikina with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Smith to Ntilikina. Off the assist.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Walker into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Shot clock winding down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Defense making the ball carrier work. To Dennis Smith Jr. Down to 5 on the 24. Dennis Smith Jr. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. The Knicks clear the board. In the front court comes Smith. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Here comes the screen. Smith to Ntilikina. To Dennis Smith Jr. Has a chance. Shot by Smith off the mark. Walker with the basketball. All even here in the fourth. To Jaylen Brown. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Count the bucket for two.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Probing the defense. Runner's good there.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Ntilikina into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Ntilikina to Marcus Morris. They go down low to Randall. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Walker. Trying to cash in. Rebound hauled in by New York. Ntilikina with the basketball. Lead is 2. Randall to Marcus Morris. Down to Randall. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. To Walker. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Down to 5 on the 24. Smith now. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. Lays it up and in. Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Ntilikina to Dennis Smith Jr. Has a look. Shot no good there by Portis. To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Tatum. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Smith. It's the Celtics with the rebound. To Cantor. Five to shoot. Cantor to Jaylen Brown. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. To Dennis Smith Jr. To Ntilikina. Here comes the screen. Ntilikina. To Dennis Smith Jr.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
4-3. Defense taking a page from Ntilikina. Missed the 3. To Jaylen Brown. Has a chance. Brown shot, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Baseline drive. Smith on the drive, but a shot won't fall. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Nice finish at the rim. Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the